Record it. Okay, so let's start with 64. Now, most of you know 64 is 8. So let's do this the other way. Write this down, please. Do your prime factorization. So divide by 2. What do we got? 32. Divide by 2. What do we got? Divide by 2. Divide by 2. Divide by 2. 2. So this can equal square root 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, there are 6 of them there. So, again, the index is a 2, so we're looking for pairs. Here's a pair, here's a pair, here's a pair. Take them out. Okay. So square root 64 equals 2 times 2 times 2. What is that? 8. Okay. So we're practicing this method for all those harder questions. Let's look at the next one. Cube root of 64. Well, we already know that equals the cube root of, notice I wrote the 3 inside the check mark. That's really important. The 3 should go inside the check mark right here. Okay, that's really important to notice. So we had 6 of them. And the index 3 tells us to look for triples. Okay. So underline it. Here's a triple, and there's a triple. We can remove a single digit each of them. So this equals the cube root of 64 equals 2 times 2, which equals what? 4. All right. Hard concept. How you guys doing? Thumbs up, down, in the middle. Okay, all over, good. Okay, the next one, that's the 6th root. So make sure 6 goes inside your check mark. And how many 2's are there? 6. So how many should we take out? All of them. So it's a single value of 2. So we can say the 6th root of 64 equals 2. The 6th root of 64 equals 2. Now some will be really easy. Right? Like what about number 5? What's the answer for that? 12. Right? Some you should know. They should be a little bit memorized, okay?
Do we have to show work even if we know?
For an easy one like that, I'd say no. Okay. But 6 is not so easy. Okay, so we're looking for pairs. So let's start doing our prime factorization. Divide by 2. We're going to get 6, 4, 8. Use your calculator, please. Divide by 2. Use your calculator just to help you. So this will be an example of a calculator question. Answer is
36.
36. Okay, how many people got that? Awesome. All right, so that would be like a calculator question. Pretty decent one. Here we're going to fool around a little bit and just kind of explore this. We want to write 6 as a perfect square. So 6 equals 6 times 6. Is that a true statement? Does 6 equal 36? 6 equals 36?
No.
No. What kind of symbol are we going to have to do to make this right side equal left side? How can we cancel this out? Square root side. Okay, so we're just messing with you a little bit. What about 4 is a perfect cube? What symbol are we going to have to add? You see? Sorry. Yeah, the seam. You looked at me like, no idea? No worries. Cube root sign. Okay, there you go. Try this next one. Write 6 with an index of 5. What would go inside there? Animal. How many would there be? Yep, 5. Okay. Good. Okay. Now we've got to be careful with negatives. You've got to really watch the index. Here our index is 3. It's an odd number. That's good. Because what we can do is take the 8, the negative 8, and how can we break that down to a single digit? What number would it be? It would be negative 2 times negative 2 times negative 2. This equals negative 2. Okay, so there's 3 numbers that are identical that multiply to negative 8. But what 2 numbers are identical multiply to negative 4? So here we have an even index. If it's odd, it's okay, but even. What does that equal? Square root what? Some people are thinking, oh, it's negative 2 times negative 2. No, because what does that equal? Yeah, positive 4. Yeah, so guess what? Negative 2 times 2, you know what the answer for that is? No way. This does not exist. DNE. No two, there's not an identical number that multiplies to a negative. One has to be positive, one has to be negative. And that means you can't take a root of them. So this does not exist. No, you write down DNE or this symbol here. That's called a null set, which means there's no answer. Try another calculator. Here, watch this. 4 negative square root. Invalid input. Try that on your calculator. Try it right now. And if it gives you an answer, then put brackets around negative 4. Because you have to know how to use your calculator properly.
Domain error.
Domain error. How many people get error? Syntax error? Anyone get syntax error? Error 2. Yeah, error 2 sometimes. Can't take the, right? And it's because the index is even. All right. Any questions? Okay, let's go on, next page. Okay. What's 121 square rooted? 11. Good. 196.
Oh.
Try it real quick. Well, you said 14, right? Okay. This one here. Divide by 2. Start it. Use your calculator to help you. So what I do sometimes, I just go, oh, there's a pair, there's a pair, there's a pair. But I'm not looking for pairs, am I? What am I looking for? Triplets. There's a triplet, there's a triplet, there's a triplet. So this equals the cube. This equals 2 times 2 times 2, which equals 8. Okay, so it's another way of showing your work. That's kind of the bare minimum right there, okay? For 81, divide by 3. Use your calculator to help. So 27, 3, 9, 3, 3. So this equals simply 3. Okay, because we're looking for 4 of them. Okay. Good, don't do the other ones. How you guys doing now? Bit better? Okay. So, applications. I'm going to go really quickly here. If an area of a square is 324, we start with the formula, area equals s squared. 324 is the value of a, that equals s squared. And so what do we do to get rid of the square? Square root both sides. So s equals square root 324. I believe that equals 18. Okay. Then that's the side length, 18. For the volume, that's s cubed. So now that we found the side length, we can go 18 cubed. Try on your calculator so you know how to do that. $5,832. Hands up, you got that? Okay. Any questions with this one? I'm going fast, so if you do have some, please do ask. Next one is working backwards with volume. So volume equals s cubed. 1728 equals s cubed. How do we get rid of cubing? Cube rooting. So the 3 must go in the check mark. Cube root both sides. And so the s is by itself now. And then you can go to your calculator. Okay. Now on the calculator, for me, I enter the inside number first. Lots of you won't do that. Okay. And that equals 12. Now it says for the surface area of a cube. Okay. So surface area is 1 square, s squared, but how many sides are on a cube? How many sides are on a dice? 6. So it's going to be 6 times s squared. So 6 times 12 squared. So it's going to be 6 times 144. 864 centimeters squared. Okay. Jamie, yep.
How do you square root like on?
We're going to go over that right now. Okay, so like how do you do cube root and stuff? Okay, so for this question, the new calculators, you actually see that symbol on your screen. Okay, old calculators you don't. Okay, so the new calculators, you would go use your special cube root button, then enter 1728, then equals. For the old calculators, you enter 1728, then cube root button, and you might have to press shift, then equals. Some calculators have this x1/y. Okay. So we're going to go over that right now with our calculators, and we're going to practice it. Okay, we have all the hard examples here. So round to 2 decimals. So this one here, The old calculator's 387 square root button. Make sure everyone practices this. Okay, are you still in here?
Yep.
Okay, 19.67. Any calculator help needed? For this one, for the new calculator, you might have to press shift. This button might be in yellow writing, which means you have to press shift or second function. So, old calculators, 227, cube root button. New calculators, cube root button, 227 equals. So, 227 cube root 6.10. Next one, now it gets harder because the index is different. So what you're looking for is a button with the X in front where that index is. Or it'd be X1Y. So pay attention here. New calculators. 5 X button 2765 equals. Old calculators. 2765 X button, then 5, then equals. Okay. So have a look at mine. Mine's old school. 2765. I enter in. I press this button, and then I press 5. Then I press equals. 4.879. Okay. 4.879. If you need help finding the button, come up now. Come up now. Quick, quick, quick. Quick. And this is really hard here. So here, this is a multiplication. You must hit your multiplication button, then Q square root, and then 5. Or if you're old school, 4 times 5, then square root, then equals. Okay, so this is new, this is old. Go for it. $8.944. Well, I say it around to 2, but I'm not going to, I just want to make sure everyone gets this right. Okay, I'm not really marking the rounding. Okay. For the last one, it's going to be 6 times 3 X root button 20 equals. That's for the new calculators. For the old calculators, 6 times 20 X root 3 equals. $16.2865. Okay, if you didn't get